Happy New Year, everyone. I wanted to take a moment to share a little bit of a lesson reflection that I had over the New Year's. So, I don't know if anyone else is feeling kind of off and maybe a little bit foggy last week. I sure was. I just didn't quite feel like myself. Like I wasn't firing on all cylinders. It was just a really interesting time. And on New Year's Eve, I had done a meditation in the morning, which really focused on gratitude, which was interesting because I don't know, I found in years past, like, yeah, I kind of focus on gratitude, but it would be about, all right, what went well, what's in, all right, well, let's just move ahead and start looking at 2023 or the next year. And I found myself like, no, no, no. Be, let's be present in this space. Pause, actually be in the gratitude, actually be in the joy and the pleasure of the things that you did accomplish. And if there are things that you didn't, goals you didn't meet, it's okay. But let's now focus on just being present, being with the joy. So that was one part of my New Year's Eve. Second was there was a particular ritual meditation that I did for myself. And initially, again, when I first approached it, I thought it was going to be, oh, I'm kind of, tuning into what is 2023, hold for me. What's the theme, of this year for myself? And the overwhelming just pause was be be here now. Be present now. And cultivate joy right now. Cultivate your own love right now. And it's had me start to reflect. When I was in that kind of foggy, weird space, all I could do was think of the things I may have been doing wrong. Like, oh, am I not in alignment with my purpose right now? Is there something I need to be doing differently in my business and all of this? And I realized that, and I've noticed this at other times in my journey, but it was like, oh, okay, yep, this definitely happens. Where if you're someone who maybe really has been doing a lot of spiritual exploration, a lot of deep personal work, oftentimes what happens, so it's almost like a spiral and you're going up and then you may come back to lessons, have different perspectives, like you're like a totally different person when certain maybe topics come up, like money. And I was finding that my ego, instead of maybe defaulting to stories of, oh, maybe you shouldn't do that because of this money here, or there's no guarantee with this particular project or that particular job. Rather than that happening, I was noticing this ego shift because I've been, taking more risk and doing more things that kind of feel scary, but also like, holy crap, I feel alive. And but what I was finding my ego structure starting to do now is questioning, well, are you really like on the right path? Are there may be something that you need to be doing differently. Something must be going, you must be doing something wrong because, you're not here yet. You had this plan to be here. And I started to really kind of take the step back as the compassionate witness to recognize, oh, this may be coming up. And again, our ego structure, it's not this, big bad boogeyman. It is here so we can be in this physical world. It wants to keep us safe, wants to ensure that we still continue to stay in our body, and that's okay. But it's that balance of then recognizing, or at least for myself, of okay, all right, I see what's kind of happening here. And I took that time to take a step back and really give myself some loving, my own self love medicine, really, of just pausing and giving a moment, like, it's okay that you're feeling restless right now and you're uncomfortable with maybe this, weird restlessness. It's okay if you're feeling like something needs to change. But telling myself, oh, I am, regardless of the goals I've met or don't meet, I'm so worthy. I'm worthy of being in this love. I'm worthy of being in joy, in gratitude, in pleasure. And of course, emotions, it's not from a place of like um, ignoring things that may need your attention, because our emotions are biofeedback from our body, letting us know when, maybe a thought is or isn't useful. And emotions, they just, it's a tool. It's a tool to help us kind of gauge where we are. But for me, at least, I realized I was needing to make a different mindset choice than what I was doing. So, again, that's for me personally. I still wanted to share this with you just in case you were, maybe have been feeling just a little bit funky and foggy and just in that interesting in between space. And keep in mind with the calendar that we are accustomed to isn't, it's a little bit disharmonious compared to what we actually experience with cyclical living. And really the space that we're in, even through January, it's like a womb space, this space for just beingness and for possibility, but it's really just a beingness. And then, as we celebrate in one of the Sabbats, this is around February 1st and 2nd, Imbolc, that's like the starting to plant the seed. So I really hope, if you're feeling some pressure to give yourself, you have to be doing all the things now, new year, new me, it's okay if energetically you may not be feeling that. And in fact, that this can actually be a really beautiful time to just sit, just be, to listen to your intuition, listen to your higher self, your soul, for maybe just even words of love, words of encouragement. Sometimes you will get ideas, maybe action steps that you can take for whatever it is that you're wanting to experience or create this year. But it's okay to also just be in this space of being and blessing yourself with your own love, because you're worthy, no matter if you're producing, getting a return on something that you've been working so hard on, or if you are just being, you're so worthy of your own love. You're so worthy of God, source, creator, universe, all that, however you connect to that great spirit, you're still worthy of that love. So I hope that this, my own reflection, hopefully it resonates with someone and can help you as you're planting the seeds for your next year, and just even giving yourself the grace and knowing the potency. There really is such potency, and allowing yourself to be filled with joy, to be filled with gratitude, with appreciation for yourself, for just being here on this human journey. Because it's the human journey. It's a pretty wild ride, but know that you also have just beautiful love to give to yourself. And of course, there's so many people here on this earth that care about you and beyond this earth. So wishing you all the best in 2023. And as always, I am here to support you, my friend. Take care.